Guys, it's 40 degrees outside. I hope you're going to have a good Christmas, if that's your prerogative. And I am going to freeze my hands trying to talk about Interstellar, new to Hulu Plus streaming. I caught this, the only Christopher Nolan film I hadn't seen at the time, and I'm going to try to cut this short, but I liked it, but it wasn't great. I give Interstellar 3 out of 4 stars. And here's why. So we're starting out, we have flashbacks to the old time. We got old people talking about how life was, crops wouldn't grow, Dust Bowl era kind of stuff. And they're actually talking about the future. I guess there had been a world war that had dissolved all armies, and what is it? America's the last one standing? It's kind of what it sounds like to me. And with that in mind, there isn't a lot of government. NASA doesn't exist. Everybody's being told to become a farmer and have some kids repopulate the earth. Kids are discouraged from learning about space so that they can focus on growing crops. And we have Cooper, played by Matthew McConaughey. He's our lead. And he was a pilot. Well, he gets some mysterious clues from outer space, in a sense, that lead him to NASA, where he goes and becomes the pilot for the next mission. And he's under the instruction of Michael Caine. It's 40 degrees out, guys. Give me a break. Nobody works harder than me on YouTube, okay? So at least share some shit that I do. So anyhow, Michael Caine sends him up to space, even though his daughter's pissed at him. His son, who the plot forgets about later, is just kind of accepting of it. He's going to be a good farmer boy. As they're in space, they're told we have to visit 3 astronauts who were looking for potential planets to pass on the legacy of humankind. And I'm thinking, why didn't they just go with plan B, which was, let's bring these embryos on board and then try to raise the kids on a planet. I mean, plan B seems expendable enough. They could just plan B'd every one of these pioneers. They could have all been trying their plan B. Anyhow, they don't pay me to write scripts, because mine would make sense. They go to a planet that has a tidal wave issue. Kind of a cool idea that the waves are constantly crashing, and it instantly killed whoever showed up, who seemingly showed up just a few minutes ago, because this being near a black hole, there's a time shift. It's a cool concept, but yeah, I don't like the robots in this movie. They're laughably bad. They're just like pillars that slowly move about, and then when they need to, they can go quickly. So instead of having the robot quickly do shit, Anne Hathaway's astronaut character goes and nearly gets her ass killed, and then another guy dies in the process because she's a dumbass. You need to collect a flight recorder to tell you that this planet's inhabitable. Kiss my ass. Then we end up on another planet where it's Saving Private Ryan again. Matt Damon needs to be rescued. Well, he fudged the data to get rescued even though his planet's uninhabitable. So he tries to sabotage things for everybody else. I mean, why not just come clean about it? He could just as easily said, guys, I lied. Take me back with you. I'm sure they would have obliged. Nope, it's like sunshine. Well, I gotta ruin it for everybody else. That's his attitude. And I don't care for that. I don't care for this, let's make up a villain in the middle of our grandiose space adventure. So Cooper and Anne Hathaway are headed through this black hole. Cooper seemingly sacrifices himself along with one of the robots, but he ends up in a representation from this fifth dimension aliens that we believe are actually future humans. And he ends up trying to send a message to his daughter, who is older and stuff, that, hey, don't leave Earth or something. But all the messages he sends are ones he's seen before, so he kind of causes his own loop in that sense. Like, he knows it didn't work, but he repeats it anyways. With the data he knows, why didn't he say something else? But this was a fairly bit contrived scene because Jessica Chastain is in her old room looking through stuff, and she's seeing these messages because the idea is that gravity can travel through time. I don't know how they heard this crap, but whatever. So she ends up getting the clues that tell them how to solve the gravity issue to make their space station fly that's going to save humanity. Which Michael Caine had already known, I guess, and didn't want to tell anybody just because he said everything was hopeless. I mean, this guy was the real Dr. Evil. Yeah, screw all the humans over here. I'm sending my daughter to raise humanity and tell everybody how great I am. So ultimately, Murph, that's Cooper's daughter, is an old woman. He ends up back in the time that she's alive anyways. She's on her deathbed. She's like, yeah, forget about you. I have family now. See ya. But go save Anne Hathaway. I'm like, no. Anne Hathaway, stranded on a planet with a bunch of babies, is exactly the fate Anne Hathaway should have. Overrated prick. So, is the movie perfect? No, it has a lot of flaws. It feels a lot like 2001: A Space Odyssey. I feel like every big shot has their 2001. Scott has Prometheus, though Alien's a better movie. James Cameron, he had The Abyss. Similar concept, but go in the ocean. And here we are, Christopher Nolan's Making Contact movie. It's fairly enjoyable. Will I watch it again? Probably not, because it's like nearly 3 hours of space drama. But there you go, 3 out of 4 stars.